So it's gonna running all the
all of the drainage set here. Yeah. So your last visit when you came here, I wish they were done with it. But then they had now removed the expired at this point. But then they told me that they want to be done with one and three, then for the come out the second layer of this bridge.
Rubber bridge with the drainage.
Right now.
They want to be done with the drainage on both sides.
At Boma Bridge, we're done with the drainage, but we had to do the gentle slope towards the bridge. Yeah, that we told you about the other day.
Okay.
So now they want to be done with that. Then they will come back here and then do the second layer of the discourse.
What about the right side? We're doing the drainage on the right side.
We will do the drainage on the right side, but we want to focus on the left side. Then we will shift the traffic this way. Then we work on the right hand side of the road.
Oh, okay.
Then if now we have serious issue with the traffic.
Okay. All the way down there. Oh, that's okay.
So the zoning team marked some structures along the side. So when they done with the demolition, after which the contractor now
will mark some structures on the side. I got to do demolition. Where is it?
Yeah, I guess you.
Even the fence that were marked, the forcing the drainage.
Yeah, so what you doing? Oh, the self?
Yeah, just pushing up the fence. That's
so that portion, so the continent, show the whole thing down there, read inside.
They will get the inside. It's like maybe a 30 feet. That's one a little bit.
Oh, okay.
All the poles have to be.
But that's what LG already? Yeah, but and that one also needs to move, huh?
Yeah, LG and lift up the
Is that cool?
Yeah, what do that?
Yeah, but y'all informed that already. Officially, like the movie. We just be looking at it, say, at least we'll move it, and huh?
At least time we put on the side.
Yeah, so it's the side, yeah. What about the side?
So because we told them like we were busy with the left side of the road, so that's why they're working on the side. So when they're done with this side, they're gonna come and start to remove that.
But the city moving on, huh?
That's 100%, but significantly. Yeah, actually working along with us, I must admit. Yeah, cooperating.
Okay, no, that is still corporate, no, right? That is still corporate.
Just like the spill over from the manhole that we showed you the other day.
Yeah,
up to now, nothing has been done. It's still the same. The guys came to us one side, they said, when we're ready to do active work, they will come and dislodge. But then after 3 days, it will get full again because most of the lines along this corridor are all clogged. So the only thing, except the only way it will stop spilling over until they can dislodge all of their manholes on the corridor. They got about 12 main manholes, and all will have to be dislodged.
And more. So look, I'm here on the Freeport to St. Paul Bridge project. You know, I told you the last time about the situation with that manhole. And I've been told by the engineers here that you got to do dislodge of not just that one, but the rest of them before the situation can be taken care of, because every now and then you do it, come back. And it's very going to handle. Yeah. Okay, after Montserrado compound. You know Montserrado compound? Right?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right before you get a Lefoco on your left hand side. Yeah. It's just on the edge, opposite on the end of Ministerial compound fence, right before you get to Le Foco. I ain't see it now. I saw it over there. Now I can say, you know, when you come to that one, I'll be full to see. Can't get too bad. Yeah, but you gotta try. Yeah, but this one we gotta try. Because once we get here and start doing pavement, we can't do anything here. We'll stop. We'll just prohibit the project. We can't do it. And we want to get to Simple Bridge soon as before the rain. We want to get to the bridge. Hopefully with pavement. And we're already working towards that. So this I'm already at it. I'm already on it, so yeah, I'm already here. You can see it. It's not raining. It's already. So you see what I'm talking about more? See this whole place.
Yeah, but the drainage work, yeah, we're going to do drainage. So the contractor wanted to do complete
right,
he goes straight on the side.
So you got it.
But now that the whole focus is now on pavement.
This is,
The whole focus is now on pavement. But
but they said to keep them actually going to be so clear because they said they always come and they do the sludge there. You come back. So so. Hello. Hello. Okay. All right. Hello.
And so, folks, you're watching the minister's live tour along the Freeport to Simple Bridge corridor. On the 15th of January, the minister called for the first time here, and there were a lot of areas that he identified. He thought some works were not being handled within schedule. So contractors made commitments to ensure that these things are handled. So as a way of following up on the contractors' commitment, the minister has decided to show up this time around for the second time to do a tour on those facilities to ensure that the contractors' commitments are upheld, and that is the rationale of the tour today. So currently he's having a conversation with the project engineer assigned to this project, and they're giving him update on the progress level so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On this side?
Yeah, on the left side. And then right after Point Junction, they did excavation and planning works for U-Drain to continue up to Douala.
Up to Cardwell.
Yeah. But at Cardwell Junction, they're going to skip that because we will have to place a roundabout. Yeah.
We're on a roundabout. They'll just not take it for that design.
Yeah, we already looked into that one. We come up with a concept on that of the roundabout. Your busman.
We'll teach other routine.
Yeah, we feel the routine.
Because we're free on a roundabout.
Yeah.
I think we're out there.
We'll feel the routine. as you can see, all year has been done. Only the second layer remaining. Yeah. And then now when you see the machine working, yeah, where we have started the slope from. So the slope starts on.
Well, we have the space for the width that we need between the.
Yeah, each carriageway we have 8.75. It is very big enough for that because we have 4 meter for our 2 lanes.
Okay.
Yeah, and along with the shoulder or the sour. So it is wide enough to maintain the traffic. And once we're done with this side.
So by one would be what time we got set to put the second poster that's started?
He told me that by next week they want to start doing the second layer of this course. Yeah, but from this point, I will still start. I'll still start from here to go gently towards the bridge.
So we complete 1 kilometer of removing of asphalt. Then we start this course.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's still start from here.
Yeah, it starts from here to go towards the bridge. Yeah, it starts from here to go towards the bridge. So first they got to clear already material, then come on the side, do the cutting, then we start with the base coat. He told me that they were going to apply base coat throughout this section because we have a thin sand here which is good. So no need to put borders. So they are going to apply base coat throughout.
But you check that good?
Yeah.
So what is
yeah, what they told me, I decided to reach out to my bosses.
Yeah,
and they're going to advise or approve that before they do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we shifting 2 lanes on the side.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. How you doing? Good? Oh, those mine?
If you don't like, but we have to.
Well, give me one.
This unsuitable material will be coming out.
So 2 will be on this side?
Yeah, 2 will be on the side and 2 on the side.
2 on this
Yeah.
side?
So this center pier for the bridge, we're going to use it as our median. Yeah.
This material is for how many meters?
So we have 8.75.
8.75?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And our 8 meters for the carriageway is okay for this
So,
side.
yeah, 0.75, then I mean, still got some, huh? Yeah. Still got some there.
Just that when we're done with the excavation here, when you ride in here, you notice that you can live it down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So you elevate a little bit.
You will go around approaching LEC, then you start to
go back.
Okay.
The drainage so it's a drainage within this slope. Is the drainage considered
Yes.
for
Yes. Because right after LEC, we have a cross drain that are going to collect all of the runoff on this end and send it across the road. Yeah.
something that jump down with easy to go away.
Yes.
So you don't stay there.
Yeah, it won't stay there. It will go across the road. There's the outlet. there are some people who built all the drainage. And the other day, I did call the senior director. He came, and those structures were marked and they were given time.
You need to listen to what he's thinking, because somebody thinks talking as about zoning and draining and all that. So the places.
No, I was telling Minister that the other day, I called the director. He came, and there were some structures that had over they all led the drainage, and they were marked and they were given time to relocate because they would be burst. And we have to clean the drainage so that there will be free flow of the water.
And so, folks, the tour continues. We are working along the Freeport to St. Paul Beach corridor, and I think you've had the privilege to see most of the works that are ongoing. The drainage system is being worked on. Of course, an improved, up-to-date drainage system is being installed to ensure the sequential flow of water, because it is common knowledge that asphalt hits water, and once it sets on the asphalt or the water starts to seep through the asphalt, it has a propensity of damaging the entire asphalt. And one fundamental problem we've had along this corridor is the issue of lack of control of the water system, or the previous drainage system was so narrow and did not take into consideration the condition of the place. Because if you look beneath the soil, it's a little bit sandy and so part of the engineering technique that is being used to ensure the construction of this road is to do a better drainage system that responds to the needs of the roads and the community dwellers, even during the rainy season. So all of these things are being done along this corridor to ensure that the people who are commuting through this corridor can have a better passage, a life of convenience, and can move their vehicles freely without any hindrance. So we are here along with the Minister of Public Works, and the Minister was just being briefed by the engineers that are assigned to the project. And as it is done, and it's a tradition at the Ministry of Public Works, the ministry assigns an engineer to each of the projects being constructed. That engineer serves as an eye to the ministry, and from time to time he or she briefs the ministry and the minister on the state of the project. So even if the contractors have a different perspective, our engineer will be there ensuring that they go by the contract terms, ensuring that they uphold standards, ensuring that the right things are done. That person serves as a liaison between the ministry and the contractor on the construction of a given project. So our project engineer has briefed the minister and his team, and they've taken that brief, and the minister asked some very technical questions about promises made during the previous tour, because the minister was concerned about basic things that were not handled during the previous tour. And he has explained to the minister efforts that are being made to ensure that these things are brought to stability. And if you can recall, just a few minutes ago, the minister was concerned about a particular drainage system, a drainage outlet that is in the middle of the road, and called the contractor immediately to find out why that particular place hasn't been handled as was promised. And so I'll get details from the minister later on how far or what efforts are being made to ensure that that situation is handled. But as you can see, this place is a mixture of mud and sand, and part of the reasons why this road construction is by far different and better off than some other roads is the fact that laterite is not being used to form the base course. The base course is being used to the engineers are using aggregate, the crushed rocks. They're using the rocks to form the base course to ensure that it covers up for the muddiness and the sandy structure of the road, and provides convenience for the road users. So we are moving. You see, the drainage system is being worked on, these things are done using certified engineering techniques, and the ministry's engineer that's assigned to this project has verified the standard and is ensuring that all of the contract terms are upheld and nothing is done outside the contract document. So the minister is here to verify promises made, commitments made during his previous tour, to ensure all of those things that were not done are done. And it is a part of the minister's responsibility to ensure that these things are done. He doesn't just sit in the office and rely only on the opinions of the engineer, but he comes and sees physically what he's being told. So you see here, a modified drainage system is being built. A modified drainage system is being built. They're cleaning the debris from the drainage, cleaning the debris. So they've gone beyond the previous point to another point, that is the catchment that goes beyond to the sea, and it is going to be open up. These places have been closed for a while. So let's follow the conversation between the minister and the engineers.
So no need to do something new. I don't see why you want to clean it properly.
Just already informed me that this is extra as far as this garage. So when you see in there, you it's blocked and this thing to go. To go where? Yeah, so I took note on it.
To go where? There's nowhere empty.
It's going down
where? Empty on this side.
Yes.
Okay. But they let you work on this side. So I mean, they gotta go in there clean it.
They gotta do proper cleaning.
But do we see where
down we have this garage here. So it is possible for us to go taking left on that end. So we don't have a parking there for the road. There's a parking there for the road.
So how do you clean it? If you stockpile with materials, you need to clean it over time.
Well, it's up to that children.
No, not up to that. Up to that.
Not up to this existing thing. You have to clean it properly.
You have to go. You gotta find where it is.
To the inlet.
Yeah, you gotta find the inlet.
I told them about this yesterday.
You gotta find the inlet.
You put the inlet from this side.
Exactly. Exactly. So you gotta know what the inlet is and make sure you close and seal up. So that if you clean from that end, then you don't, even if you take water from there, it's taking just water and not dirt.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, over time, if you close it up and then it's not taking a lot of dirt, there could be a problem.
They must have had a conversation yesterday. I got it down. Subsequent time to report on
And so you follow the conversation regarding the catchment that usually stockpile debris. The minister is concerned about this particular place. The minister is concerned about this place and how they're going to work it out. So the engineer has informed him that they've jotted down the concerns, and in subsequent time they will ensure the full clearing of this place and the upgrading of this catchment to ensure that we have free flow of water, because as you can see, most of these debris that are here were drawn from that point, and it has to be cleaned all the way down to the inlet so as to allow free flow. This is a major catchment on this road, and one reason why there hasn't been a free flow of the water that lands on the asphalt is because this catchment has been filled with debris. Of course, you see everything there, it has been stockpiled. So those are concerns that the minister has, and in subsequent time they are going to be worked on. That's the reason why the minister otherwise not to sit in the ministry and holistically be dependent on just the opinions of the engineers. He is in the field with a team of engineers to verify what he has been told or what is contained in some of the reports that are before him on his desk. He doesn't just want to read them and assume that they're all done, but he wants to see them from a very physical perspective and even gauge the opinions of other engineers that are with him as to the durability of the construction of the road and so forth and so on. So this is where we are. We are approaching the Cardwell junction. The Cardwell junction is still moving, and road works are currently ongoing on the left side of the road with the installation of the drainage system. We just passed Palmine Bridge. Of course, you see right here, we are moving. So this is a day's tour from the Bourgeois Island going to the Chicken Soup Factory. Going to the Chicken Soup Factory and other places as well. So there are citizens along the road. They're in a jubilant mood, celebrating the minister for the level of works done all across the country. They are particularly happy about the current condition of the road. So here is where we are. The road is wide, it is convenient, and I think MDNC is doing a remarkable job to ensure that the road construction between Freeport to St. Paul Bridge is convenient. The architectural outlook of Liberia with respect to infrastructure, road infrastructure to be specific, is going to help in many ways. It's going to enhance mobility, enhance regional integration, enhance businesses, it's going to enhance a lot of things. So this is the ministry's mandate to ensure the construction of the management, the effective management of the infrastructure sector, especially the construction of vertical and horizontal structures. And this mandate has been upheld in a very certified way. So the minister is not just sitting in his office and being fed with the opinions of those that are in the field, but from time to time he makes it his business to go in the field. As the minister is here, his deputy Prince Mama is also in Cape Mount carrying out inspection on the rubber sports corridor. Currently on construction as far as and so as the minister is here, they're using an octopus approach. So one is inspecting projects in Montserrado County, the reports before his desk. His deputy has also gone to Cape Mount to verify some other construction projects. And from time to time, the minister will be in rural Montserrado and other parts of the country verifying those projects, because we can't just rely on their opinions. We have to go there, check, and verify that those things are done and done in the right way and yet in line with the contract document.
Communities on the Bourgeois Island were very, very happy about what they are witnessing with their own eye. They never believed that in the shortest possible time, such a massive work would have been done on the Bourgeois Island Road, because this place has been one of major problems we've experienced in road infrastructure. They found it difficult to move from point to point, especially Douala. Douala was nearly impassable because the marketers had encroached on the road, and the road was narrow, everywhere was bumpy, and the place was so impassable. Now, in the shortest period, the ministry's operations has dramatically transformed the entire corridor. The ministry's operation has dramatically transformed this corridor, and we are currently making progressive moves. We have managed to get the marketers back to their normal selling areas, and the contractors have taken siege of the road. They are currently working, installing drainages from both ends, and they are making impressive moves. So we're currently at Point 4 Junction. Point 4 Junction, there where we are. We're moving, and as you're quite aware, the Point 4 road that connects the island clinic from the back over the swamp has also been contracted out to another company, and they are building this road, they're redoing this road to connect behind Island Clinic as a bypassing the entire Douala. So those who are even using those who are even using this route, if they do not want to use the street dweller route, they can oftentimes use the point 4 road from they pass through point 4 and get behind Allen Clinic, and they just move on to Broadville and other places. So we're creating alternative routes as well. So they will construct a bridge over the river there at the back of point 4 to connect Allen Clinic. As I speak to you, works are currently ongoing. The contractors are deployed fully and they are handling that task. So we're not just constructing the road from Freeport to St. Paul Bridge, but we're also creating alternative routes that get you to Broadville. As you're quite aware, the legislature recently rectified an agreement that will witness the construction of the road with the same 4 lane from St. Paul Bridge to Bowatersa. So from Freeport all the way to Bowatersa in the next 3, 4, 5 years is going to be a 4-lane road. So it's going to enhance regional integration to a very large extent. It is going to open up, as you are quite aware, Douala Market has been one of major marketplaces in Liberia, feeding us with different commodities from different parts of the country. And if Douala happens, it is going to order well. So currently, Cardwell
That corner. No, but you have to identify the places that we need to move.
But it's too close to the round.
They can stay.
Well, they can stay. What he's saying. So
Yeah, so then we'll mark it. Huh?
You book for them? It's not right because they should not have even built in the space.
Oh, they should not even build that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not wrap. Okay. That transmission line, what's going to happen to it? That transmission line standing right there. It can stay, Enzo? It can stay.
No shipping.
Huh?
No shipping.
Put it in the back small?
Yeah, once you clear that place, you have a space.
So some of these lines, the other transmission line, they gotta go?
Yeah, they have to go. They have to go to that. But the thing is that they run about in this space. There are few people that will come in fact, yeah.
Okay, so let mark all the posts. At least you gotta get prepared. So we come here, we mark the post. At least you gotta get prepared to start to do it. We can't wait. When they get here, they say they gotta book the post. LEC said gotta prepare for it. So we gotta mark the post and officially communicate with LEC on the post that it should move from along the corridor. So we don't get stuck with it. Even if we go further down, we got looking further down there, you can still see that you might have
this All that goes on this side. All of this side, on this side.
Yeah. No, but before you go there, the LEC know the poles that they need to move. If they need to move, you can wait to go there first to work. They know what they move. What I'm saying is, you communicate with I agree. You officially let LEC know the poles. They will be rated officially within the corridor. Sent to LEC, then you have to tell this will work with LEC alone. But they have to be informed officially. Okay, you got to decide, you got to move the poles. Then you got to move them, you got to move that one. Let's look at all the poles that they need to move. Bring LEC people in, then we can write officially say, these poles are in the limit, you got to move it. You got to be informed. Because they'll take that time to prepare for it to buy the money. So while we're working on this side, they can start to move the storage. So you don't finish to get on the side and then the posts are staying. That's officially informed.
To get information.
Yeah. Look at all the posts out there, the LEC on the side.
All the poles on the side?
Yeah. And you said they're replacing them with the concrete pole and the steel pole now. What are they bigger on this side? They're easy for them. But at least they know that they gotta move it. And then where they gotta move it. But we gotta show them where they gotta move it.
Yeah.
So they don't just move it and then
so you two have to, when you do it, then we'll work along with you, tell them where they should move it. That's the demarcation. Huh?
Margaret, 1 minute please. So the finish because they said they could not, because of the addendum that was almost like equal to the contract, they could not do it. They were going to double do one, almost like 8. The layer there, they're going to know in the Samukata, that section that was used for concrete. They're not using concrete anymore. But they're going to use, they're going to double this. Use the asphalt, they started doing that already. They finished it already. So we're coming back, we can pass that to school. Alright, so let's go to the bridge. We're coming back, then we'll pass. So that's why you have to go to. Alright.
So the concerns have been practically addressed because the minister was concerned about the transmission line, because the road construction takes into consideration the removal of many structures, inclusive of public utilities like the transmission line. He was concerned about the one across the road there, how being there whether it will impact the road or not, and those things were explained. Later on, the technical decisions will be made, but we are where we are, and we are going beyond the Cardwell Junction. So we are embarking the vehicle once again to go. So just stay with us. We'll go Doualai. We're already passing Cardwell Junction. So the concerns around this they provide a basic explanation. He takes so seriously, and his technical assistant is with him. Jotting down and in the subsequent time after this report, he will be briefed adequately. All of the concerns that we brought before you, and all other things that we take time to come and do the inspection yet again based on the concerns that we are currently gathering. So it is a continuous process. You can stop until the project is finally concluded. So you wouldn't even believe that we're in currently. As you see, the place is wide open. Yeah, even though the road construction hasn't hit mainland Douala like that, but you can see that they're carried far away. The people are carried far away. So before the road commences here, of course, you see these public utility lines will have to be removed, and it is my understanding that the communication has been sent to the Liberia Electricity Corporation along with Telco to ensure the removal of these utility lines. And for these utility lines to be removed, of course, they have to be paid for through the road fund. It is part of road construction. They have to be paid for, and other properties that were in the alignment of the road,
a surveying process. Those properties, once they were not in violation, they were not grossly encroaching on the road, they were paid for through a certified process, the resettlement action plan that is handled by our division of environmental safety at the Ministry of Public Works, and they were dealt with. Those properties were paid for. So the road is currently clear, the corridor is clear, except these utility lines that are currently under discussion. So once these utility lines are removed and taken far away from within the median of the road, of course construction will go on. So as you can see, from Freeport all the way to Cardwell Junction, active works are ongoing on both sides of the road. They are either laying the base course, the sub-base course, or they are carrying out drainage installation to ensure that that the road is guaranteed. One thing I think many of you did not notice, most of the road constructions, you realize that they will use lateral to form the base and the base course, and so the sub-base course, then they do the base course, can quickly be saturated by water, so they're using aggregate, they're using the cross rocks, they're forming the base course, the sub base and the base courses are being where we are. We're currently crossing Douala going to Kuwait. Of course, there's a bypass right here, as I told you earlier on, that the ministry isn't just constructing the main Freeport to Simple Bridge Road. We're creating alternative routes. So from Point 4 to Island Clinic was created, and from the Cardwell Bridge, passing through behind the beer factory and upward here, we've also created an alternative route here. For those that are coming from inside Cardwell. You don't have to come and pass through Douala. You don't have to traverse through that place. You just pass at the back of the factory, and you pass through the old compound there, and then you are right back on the road. So those are alternative routes that are being created. And one assessment that was done recently when the minister came here for his first tour on the 15th of January was that the road that will be connecting from Point 4 or Nuku Town to the Island Clinic, that road comes back on the main Douala Road, Simple Bridge Road, and it is our understanding, based on engineering survey, that the road connects Cardwell. So efforts are being made to ensure that the road is taken from here all the way through Cardwell. So you'll be driving from Point 4 Junction through Nuku Town to Island Clinic, and you cross the main road. You're right to where Island Clinic connects the main road, and then you
Welfare issues on the road. See the work being done here. Yes, these places are well compacted. So there's an application of natural resources. Yeah. That's what it is. So the minister has gone back to this house. Maybe after the way we have to take note of that. That's what now. I think the carry more load than even the name. This one carry more load than cargo. Why is it? They were corrected? No, they were corrected. They were corrected. So now, with the survey data, they will determine whether this size is high or it should be cut a little bit. So the surveyor are doing a check today. They will give the result today. Then I do the check, and from there I can recommend for them to come and do the fees density. Get up on that side. Yeah, yeah. They grab and all, yeah. 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 See where it's from. Yeah. Yeah, but this is. They have prepared almost a kilometer. So I can fit there now and. Yeah, before getting to Arlington Junction, they want to do. What you're doing in the city, brother. I want that place clear. Look who's selling out so they can have no access to sell the animal. Yeah, I've been pushing them. I've been pushing them. I think he's supposed to answer because I've been pushing him. In the market. Where you're clearing that place in the market. So if you I'll go finish this one, then we'll start going there. Yeah, I want to see it clear.
Where's that you already? The channel. Start me. Start the channel already. Yeah,
put them behind.
Yeah,
maybe that's what
we pass by Flower Junction. Yes,
one of the things they said they wanted to get this done as they're pushing for this Arlington Junction going towards Kuwait Market. Then on the side they will have another engineer that will be carrying on with the surveys.
So what on the side?
Well, they want to be done with all the works before they come back on the side to do the drainage work. Because if we don't do it, yeah, but if we don't do it, this is lateral material. If we waste time with it and rain start to fall, they will carry us back.
Yeah, but you can be doing the drainage. The lateral material, and I'm missing it.
Yeah,
so do the drainage and
yeah, we will push them.
The excavator to put a generator.
Yeah, we will push them in this. We'll push them.
Can we do all together? I can't say what we need to work for.
We got the engine to actually,
yeah, but I want to say what the vision is. What the vision is. Because that's how you want to see. Actually,
yeah.
So we were going to Cardwell Junction, but we had a run about there, so we're going to skip Cardwell Junction further into Douala. But then the barriers that we talk about for the marketers will not come on the road, so we have to leave space for those barriers. So based on that, the drainage team, where they are working, are going to stop there, and then we're going to shift them on the other side of the road. But here, we can, because we are dealing with lateral material.
So even if you put the barrier on this side, you're still not going to have the drainage?
We're going to place the drainage there. We're going to do the drainage work.
So why the intersection?
So
will the barrier interfere with the drainage?
So I was waiting for their surveyor, Tango, they've been out for like 2 weeks. He'll be back by Wednesday. He's going to come and give them the offset. Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it. It's not interfere with the barrier that they will create.
So by tomorrow, it's supposed to be here Thursday. Then we start our exercise in Kuala.
What did that design for the barrier?
It's just the overpass. It's just the design for the comment on it. So it's going to comment and that is so
and I include the barrier?
Yeah, the barrier. It shows 3 options for the barrier. So the wall and the
wall.
Yeah.
The wall and higher.
Yeah.
Now, under the almost that.
Yeah.
You don't want something nobody that you think about.
For the overpass, we show something for the overpass. It doesn't go past.
Stairs and ramp. What's stairs and ramp?
Ramp road.
And we barrier. Happy to work with Elliot. Yeah, who they in there? I mean, just go like this. You go out to Canada again, they come in like this. The bid actually, yeah, was so good. But that's it. And you see the ramp the way it built over time when you go or you go up. It is a gentle slope until you get out and then you come down the same way. It actually people go or you can put your chest you come in and you can hang your heels. After 1 or 2 go on the all right. But let's go like that.
My man, I should walk. No, listen, I should.
Sorry. All right.
Has been concluded to some extent, and we are headed for a new destination. Apparently, chicken. Okay, thanks. Apparently, chicken soup factory. We are headed for that place. So we give you more updates as we proceed. We drive along this particular corridor that I just. Well, folks, welcome back. We're still on a tour, and we have taken a brief stop on a Cardwell road. A lot of people who live in Cardwell have been worried largely about the condition of that road and have asked the government continuously to look back and do full rehabilitation of the Cardwell road. And as I informed you last year when the minister spoke, that we have signed a contract for rehabilitation, and Cardwell road will receive a new touch of excellence during the dry season. That statement that was made by Minister Giddings is not a lie. It is a practical reality. Today, you can see for yourself that we are currently on the Cardwell road. New asphalt is being laid on the road. All the way you see a new touch of excellence along the Cardwell road. We're seeing for ourselves here, right here. This place used to be very terrible, very bad, very impassable. We had a lot of potholes, cradles on the road. Today, the story has changed dramatically as the road has been renewed, the road has been touched again, and the people of Cardwell are feeling much more confident being here because there's nothing that feels good than traveling on a good road and cruising on a good road. So, as part of our road rehabilitation approach, Cardwell Road was captured from last year, and today we're here with Cardwell Road receiving new asphalt. This asphalt is just being laid, so we're doing the entire stretch of road from the start from kilometer 1 to kilometer 0 we're doing all of the asphalt along the road. And maybe in subsequent time, depending on the context of the contract, the sidewalks too could be done, because we're seeing some places where the sidewalks are cracked, and we don't want a situation where the water starts to seep through the asphalt from the sidewalk. So it could be done, but in the meantime, they're looking at the median of the road, the main lane, and the lane has been touched. You see, there is an unusual vehicular flow. They're moving smoothly. There's no traffic congestion. There's no bouncing, as the road is very smooth and up to standard. So like I said, maybe there may be need, depending on the scope of the contract, to do some touches on the sidewalks, but the main lane of the road has been touched. Let's get back to where the minister is and follow the discussion with the team of engineers that are currently doing this road.
Talk what I be here. We got left Thursday, we'll shut the place down. No trouble back here, we'll go somewhere else. Guess what? So, then we check. We check the land commission, let's check. It was small. All the trucks coming 10 years, they were small. No money. Somebody can come here with Louis and all. To go park.
If you don't be alone, you're not get low. You get low, you go for you. I'll get low.
There's no law you will throw.
No, I said no. I'm serious. You're going to level. Let's check. Otherwise, we'll stop for parking. Let's find a way to start.
If this is a major hospital intersection, you can't have them turning here because of the emergency.
Okay. Thank you. Right there, where you say it is reasonable, now we look into that. But the damage of this,
listen small, man. Listen small, man.
The water is not down out here.
Listen small. You're just not talking. Listen. Listen. Besides the major thing we're telling you, once you have a 10 radio chair every night and 10 years, it's portable. I'm telling you, I want to know argument, but I'm telling you, I just go work with that commission. That's part of the authority. I will talk to Patrick myself. That's part of who got it. And I move the truck for a carrot.
We can go beyond the hospital. Where's the same?
It's up to
extra fare. On the same the transport fare. The distance becomes long, or if you press work and add it to it. So it's not what I'm saying.
No, that place.
All of us are like for me, major hospital.
Yes.
You can't have a kind of training.
Everywhere we take trouble, we sit here.
You can't have a kind of training here. The hospital, Lincoln has
For the hospital.
But hospital, yeah, the hospital.
Sorry.
Yeah, the hospital. Sorry.
This thing they say for the training. So anywhere we get
Find a place off the road.
it's a matter of
Like we said, we do your check with land.
Yeah, that was
we're going here for sale with him. We'll carry him with it.
We'll get it.
What it costs? Yeah, we'll tell you already. Yeah. Yeah, tell me about what do with that? What do with that, my people? Y'all stick to your business, bro. We gotta protect the road. We got the road spot that everybody can see it. Tell you the road spot. Ah, you and me like get in trouble. They bring paper, yes. Jamaica own layer. I shall make sure get the land commission.
After a long while, nobody claim it and claim it. I can be here.
And so we are going back again. So we've just concluded that's Cardwell, I don't know, St. Beach area. So we are embarking our vehicles yet again. So this is Cardwell Road. Rehabilitation works are ongoing from this end, even from the beginning that connects Odwalai. And of course, we are quite aware that this road has been damaged since the days of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Cardwell Road has not received full rehabilitation. It has been a little bit difficult for other governments, but this time around, considering the condition of the road and the increase of the population here in Cardwell prior to which was not the case prior to the construction of this road, it just makes sense for a government to see reasons to pay some attention to the multiple cries, the endless cries of the people of Cardwell by rehabilitating their road, because they too pay taxes, they too are peaceful citizens, they contributed to the government, the country in many ways through economic means. They're contributing their positive quota to the government, and they are reasons why this country has also maintained peace and stability. So as much as other communities are feeling the impact of the government's operations, it is much more necessary for the people of Cardwell to actually have such experience. So it is contingent on that parity of reasoning that a formal contract was signed and the commencement of the rehabilitation process began some time ago, and it is going. All of the difficult sections along this road will be restored. All the potholes will be restored and overlaid with asphalt. The sidewalks will be cleaned, and the road will be given a renewed touch. That is the rationale of the rehabilitation process. So the people of Cardwell can rest assured, based on what's contained in the contract between the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works and the MDNC construction, and of course they are going to create a better impact on this road. All of these places, there will be no need for the regular traffic congestion, because the contractors are working with unusual speed, because the season took a much longer time than expected. We're going to have a few months for the dry season. Let's say practically up between now to next month. This month has already gone. Today happens to be the 17th day. So next month is the main month, or particularly the terminal month in the dry season. We have to make the most use of the dry season. Otherwise, most of the targets will be achieved. The standard of the ministry, and because if we build a road that damages in 6 months, it is a waste of public resources. So the minister, being very cognizant of this, has to wake up every time to provide supervision all by himself, along with his team of engineers, to ensure that the right things are done, to ensure that the country isn't cheated by any contractor, or maybe the works are not delayed by any means. That's what we are out for. So you just listen to him interacting with the contractors, and even warning the truck drivers
Cardwell Road, we're driving up, we're not shaking. There are some other places that still require rehabilitation. The contractors may not have reached there, but it is not something to conclude that they will not reach there. They are going to reach there. But the most difficult places on the road are those that are currently being tackled. And once those places are settled, those smaller areas with minor potholes can be settled, and the asphalt be overlaid, and that is be a done deal. So it is where we are. I think a remarkable job has been done so far. So we're going towards the chicken soup factory road. The last time the minister toured Montserrado projects, of course, we touched chicken soup factories. The minister was particularly concerned about a host of other issues concerning the road. He asked the contractor as to when pavement would have begun, and the discussion was held. Reports were made, and the minister is going there to follow up on the reports he has received from his liaison, the project engineer that liaises with the contractor on the construction of the road. We are going there to see how far we've gone, what level of progress that has been made, different from what we're seeing on the 15th of January. So as soon as we get there, we will connect with you. You will bring you update throughout today's day. So it is not an easy task. It is a Herculean task, but we are going to endure it because this is service to the country, regardless of how daunting the task may be. We just have to brace ourselves to do it because we're doing it for the love of our country. And these are things that we'll reference in the future to come, that all of us, one way or the other, contributed positively to the growth and development of our country. So we're committed to doing so, and we are here with the minister. We're going, as I said to you, this is not the only tour going on. There are other people in other parts of the country touring as well on the minister's mandate to ensure that corrective measures are taken to avoid any eventuality. So the Deputy Minister for Technical Services is leading a team to the western part of Liberia up to rival sports, and he'll be back. He's counter-checking projects that are currently being constructed by the Ministry of Public Works through contracted engineers, and he too will come back based on his technical experience to report to the ministry on what he has witnessed firsthand, the standard of the road, the quality, and so forth and so on. So we, like the minister spoke, declaring road construction in Montserrado County, but in other counties as well. This is the autonomous approach. It's multidimensional. It's impacting every facet of the Liberian society, and it is meant to encourage the workers to counter-check their work, to be aware that the contractors are sitting back, but the government is counter-checking to ensure value for money, to ensure what was paid for is what is being given, and anything that is given below what was paid for, of course, is subject to contempt. The ministry will be left with and all of the other, the assistant ministers are involved, the directors are involved, and at all spheres of leadership, they all in the opinions of the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission for the awarding of contract to a new contractor, which was done today. The story is different. He carries that same spirit, and such a reason. It was one reason why he himself is in the field, counter-checking the progress level, ascertaining what has been compiled into reports and given to him, because he wants to be sure that the right things are done. In the eventuality where a contractor reports something or a progress level of work requesting payment, and his physical assessment of the progress level does not commensurate with what's contained in their reports, of course, it is subject to contempt, and the minister, through his leadership, will act immediately. So we're on it, headed towards the chicken soup factory. When we get that chicken soup factory, we'll connect you, but the convoy is not moving. We want to say thank you. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll take a water break right now.